Welcome back to Game on the Table. This is Deep Space D6. Let's get started. Hey, invaders. And a mercenary. Interesting. Okay. Alright, right off the bat, got a lock scanner, but I do happen to have 2 early tactical dice to clear the invaders, which I think I'm just going to do. Because I hate invaders, and they're really hard to clear. Great. Let's not use the commander. I'm going to unlock the scanner with the medical officer, and let's stasis beam the mercenary. So, oh right, I need to escalate the fighter. Here we go. Now let's roll. So on a 3, nobody activates, and the mercenary is stasis beam, so he won't activate either. Alright, let's gather up some stuff. Let's gather up my crew, and let's roll. Yikes. Okay, 2 scanners. Okay, I think mission number 1 is clear the board. So let's reassign you to tactical and clear the fighter with 1 point of damage. And I don't know, let's turn a unit. Let's unlock one of these scanners. Don't really have much else I can do. I've got 1 commander that I'm not using. So let's escalate. Comms offline. And unfortunately, nothing activates, which means the mercenary does, and I take 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay. Let's... Oh, man, my brain keeps getting scrambled. Okay. It's kind of hot in here, making it hard for me to think. Let's see what we got here. Can't use any commanders until I use a engineer. So I'm going to actually send you to the infirmary so that I can get an engineer, clear comms offline, and now I can use you. Well, you know, I really don't need this commander. Sorry, this was a medical officer. I don't need you. I really need to return you from the infirmary and stasis beam you yet again. Escalate. Got some space pirates. Let's roll threat. On a 1, nobody activates, and the mercenary is stasis beamed. Okay. A lot of funky rolls. Okay. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I think I just do a bunch of damage. I'm going to use this commander. I'm going to reassign to tactical. Now I've got 5 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2. Clear the space pirates, and then 3, 4, 5. Clear the mercenary. Great. Let's escalate. Whenever you got 3 tactical, you're always a little worried about friendly fire. Okay. Oh. Before I get to roll, I gotta roll threat. And on 3, nobody activates. I'm good. Okay. I'd like to get some crew back. Might not make that happen. Well, I definitely have enough damage to take care of the Corsair, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's reassign you to medical. Let's get 1 of my crew back. Let's use these 2 tactical to do 3 points of damage. I only need 2. 1, 2. Great. Clearing the board. Escalate. It's a time warp. And, well, the time warp would activate, but nobody else. Time warp activates, but nobody's here to benefit from it. Alright. Use my 5 crew. And new immediate threat. That is a meteoroid. Okay, just a ticking time bomb. And those dice get returned. Hey, while we're at it, let's just bring my shields back. And I don't need this commander. Let's do a little damage. Let's ping the meteoroid. The trick with the meteoroid is you want to be able to set it off when you want, on a turn where you can get your shields back online at the same time. So, gonna mess with it, try to get it where I need to go. Okay, roll for threat. On a 2, on a 2, the time warp activates and the meteoroid recovers health. Okay, well, I do have all 6 crew back. Let's see if I can make something interesting happen. Nope. Well, I guess if a new threat coming out immediately counts as something interesting, then sure. Hey, I don't panic, nothing happens. Return those dice. I've got a mishmash of crew that aren't really doing what I need. I'm just going to go on a limb here. I'm going to send you to the infirmary, reassign to a commander, and I'm going to clear the hijackers all at once. It's a bit of a risky move, but I really want to stay on top of clearing threats off the board. All right, escalate. Corsair. Roll for threat. 5, take 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay, just double checking. Nothing else activates. Gotta remember that engineers in the infirmary don't get you back. Wow, these are some cursed rolls. Okay. Alright, two more, three more scanners, immediate threat. Hey, don't panic. Let's return those dice. And I don't have a lot I can do here. Let's just do my 1 point of damage, and let's return you from the infirmary. Escalate, distracted. Alright, gonna lose you. And let's roll. On a 5, Corsair activates. 1, 2 points of damage, and nobody else does. Take my 5 dice and roll. That might be what I need this turn. Alright, I've got 2 medical, who's going to clear distracted. Not sure why distraction requires 2 doctors. I'm going to send you here and activate the shields. And, you know, that's it. That's all I can do, so let's not worry about it. I guess it's not true. I could send one of them to the infirmary and do 1 point of damage to the Corsair. Is it worth being down 1 die? Well, it was last turn. Let's try it again. Clear the Corsair. Give myself something else to activate. Oh, Solar Winds. Jeez Louise. Okay, so Solar Winds, it's an external threat, signified by the triangle here. I'm going to put it here because it technically has no health. It just waits till 2 rolls and it activates. Oof. Knock the deck over. On a 4, nothing activates, so I'm good to go. Let's roll some dice. Come on, crew. Alright, got a scanner. Got 2 tactical. Normally I'm happy to see that. Really dangerous to have Solar Winds and the Meteoroid out at the same time. Some bad rolls could really hit you turn after turn, like 2 turns in a row. I think a prudent thing to do would actually be to just do a lot of damage. I'd like to clear the time warp, but I don't have anything that does that. I'd have to send 2 units to the infirmary, and that would cut down my dice pool way too hard. So let's just do a ton of damage. There you go. That's 5 points of damage. And let's clear the meteoroid. This is going to be a little rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Clear that out of the way. But if I can tank a turn, and we'll see if I can. Pandemic. Okay. If I can tank a turn, if I can do something other than rolling a 2, I'll be fine. I'll get my shields back next turn. Hey, on a 4, nothing activates. That was really lucky. Sometimes you just gotta play the dice. I mean, sorry, sometimes you gotta roll the dice and just see what you get. Alright, so I'm gonna use, I use this commander to reassign the other commander to a science officer, get my shields back. I'm going to well, I don't really need to do any damage. I'm just going to clear the pandemic. And that's about as good as I can do. I can't really use a tactical officer for anything. Let's escalate. Hey, don't panic. And let's roll for threat. 5, nothing activates. Let's roll my 4 crew and see what we got. Okay, one more locked up scanner. I can clear the time warp. Let's do it. I could get that 1 hull point back, but I'd much rather just clear the time warp. Use the commander, reassign the engineer to science. Use those 2 science officers, clear the time warp. Like it's nothing. Okay. Cloaked threats. Yikes. Okay. Roll for threat just because. Nothing activates. Oh, actually I have to, because if I roll 2, that activates. Let's roll my 3 crew. Could really use some medical officers. Wow, scanner is a way to get your crew back. Heck yeah, I'm gonna use this commander. Reassign science. Let's clear cloak threats. Don't want to deal with that. Let's escalate. Strike bomber. On a 1, nothing activates. I'm getting really lucky because 2s are really bad right now. Okay, let's roll my 5 crew. Let's see if I can clear some of this stuff off the board. That's not really going to do it. So I think what I want to do, I'll send you to the infirmary, reassign you tactical, and I'll do the same to you. Send you to the infirmary, reassign you tactical. That's 3 points of damage. Clearing the strike bomber, 1, 2, and the fighter, 1. And then I'll use a single medical officer, get everybody back from the infirmary. Flagship. Ooh. Okay, let's roll for threat. Wow, on a 3, nothing activates. I'm getting incredibly lucky here. Not rolling necessarily the crew I need, but I am rolling a lot of no activations. Okay, that's interesting. So I think what you do is use your commander. Let's reassign one of you to tactical. I can do 1, 2, 3 points of damage. Let's stasis beam you. And let's use this 1 engineer. Bring my hull back to full strength. And I guess that's it. That's not a bad turn. Let's see what we got going on here. Raiders, ignore shields, and does damage. Let's roll for threat. On a 5, you would have activated, but your stasis beam, so I'm good. That was a good stasis beam. Alright. Sorry, I keep knocking this thing around. Let's get it back in shot. Roll crew. Yikes! 3 scanners. Immediate new threat. Space pirates. Okay, let's see here. Return those dice. Well, I can send one of you to the infirmary, assign one of you to tactical, clear the flagship, send you to bring you back from the infirmary. Well, let's escalate. Boost morale. That's not bad. And let's roll for threat. On a 4, ignore shields, do 1 damage. And that's it. Okay, I'm going to set these threats aside just to keep the board clean. Alright, I guess I get all my crew back. for all the good it's been doing me. Jeez. Can't stop rolling scanners. Alright, 2 scanners. And not a lot of good stuff. Okay. I need damage and I'm not getting it. So let's ignore the hull point. Let's do 1 point of damage to the Raiders. Let's unlock one of these die. And let's stasis beam. Sure. Stasis beam the Raiders. Doesn't matter. Cosmic Existentialism. Okay. Let's roll for threat. Ooh, a 2. Okay, so Solar Winds finally activates. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Clear you off the board, and thankfully nothing else on a 2 activates. So, not bad, but I do need to roll 2 science officers so I can get my shields back online. And that's not 2 science officers. Okay, new threat immediately. Well, that's an away mission. It's not technically a threat because there's no symbol, so I gotta roll something else. Oh, don't panic. Alright. So let's reassign you to science. I will use 1 to clear cosmic existentialism. So I guess you deal with philosophizing with science. And let's recharge the shields. And that's the best thing I can do this turn. Let's escalate. Shield platform. Roll for threat. And on a 2, nothing else activates. Alright, cool. We got a lot of work to do. I need to do some damage. Come on. No tactical officers. Okay. So I think the thing to do is use these 2 commanders. Create 2 tactical officers to do 3 points of damage. And that will clear the shield platform. 1, 2, 3. Because that's the only thing I'm allowed to attack while that's out. And I will use 1 medical officer to unlock this die. Let's escalate. Robot Uprising. Yikes. On a 6, you activate. Unfortunately, I've already unlocked you. Space Pirates activate. 1, 2. Raiders activate. Ignoring shields, doing 1 damage. Okay, we got a lot of problems. We need some good crew to solve them. This really isn't going to do it. Alright, scanners. Let's clear the Robot Uprising. That's kind of an easy no-brainer. Let's recharge shields. And let's actually send someone to the infirmary to clear the Raiders off the board. Clear more threats. Clear more threats. Clear more threats. Alright. Escalate. It's a bounty ship. That is terrible. It activates, destroys my shields, does 1 point of damage. Nobody else activates. And I'm down to 3 dice. Alright, come on. Interesting mix. So let's definitely do that. Let's do 1 point of damage to the Space Pirates. Let's stasis beam. No. Well, let's bring my shields back up. And then let's use the medical officer. Return heal. Escalate. So in case you're wondering why I'm not clearing this away mission or stasis beaming, I am prioritizing clearing hull threats if I can on a single turn, which I couldn't this turn, or getting as much dice, like as many of my crew back the next round as I can. So clearing the infirmary is good because the infirmary, nothing will ever bring those back unless I bring them back. Lock scanner dice, well, if I roll poorly next round, I'll get those dice back. So that's the strategy. Let's go. On a 6, Space Pirates activate. 1, 2. And nobody else. So that's great. Got 4 crew. Let's get some work done. That's not really what I was trying to do. Definitely going to do some damage. I can clear the Space Pirates off the board. And I'm just going to dual stasis beam these guys. Warbird on a 2. You would activate, but your stasis beam, you would activate. Stasis beamed. All right. Great. Okay. Immediate new threat. It's the nebula that takes my shields. I got a lot of stuff that just doesn't like or care about my shields. Oop. I gotta do damage. Like, I just gotta do damage. So let's reassign you to tactical. You're tactical. And let's definitely clear the Warbird out. That's 1 point of damage. And I think I'll actually just do 2 points of damage to the Nebula. 1, 2. I get my shields back, but they are off. Let's escalate. Alright. So I think a 2 might just blow me up. Okay, a 4. No. Yes. 1 point of damage. Yes. 1 point of damage. Send somebody to the infirmary. I'm hanging on by a thread here. I need damage and shields. Not what I asked for. Alright. I'm going to send you to the infirmary. Turn you into a science officer. Bring my shields back online. Do 1 point of damage. And bring my guys back from the infirmary. Alright. I am not keeping up. I'm not even treading water at this point. I'm falling way behind. Let's roll for threat. And on a 4, no, yes, 1 point of damage. Yes, 1 point of damage. Send somebody to the infirmary again. Yes, 1 point of damage. So good call getting the shields back up. Damage and shields. Well, okay. They didn't give me damage and shields. I'm going to reassign you to damage and shields. So strike bomber, get out of here. Recharge my shields, and that's the best I can do right now. New threat. That's a rescue mission. Assault cruiser. Okay. Things are getting dangerous. 6 is the only safe roll. 4 is pretty bad. 1, 2. 1 from the interceptor. 1 from the fighter. Okay. Let's go. Lock up a scanner. I'm just gonna stasis beam the bounty ship. I don't want to deal with losing my shields. Recharge my shields. Rebuild 1 health point. Orbital cannon. Yikes. Okay. And on a 2, would have lost shields, but I stasis beam you. No. 1 point of damage. 1 point of damage. You don't activate. Great. Okay. Only got 3 crew right now. Let's get something going. I finally get some damage and some shields. So I definitely want to... Honestly, I think I'm going to stasis beam. And then I'm going to take the interceptor out. 1, 2, 3. Panel explosion. Cannot assign engineers. Okay, roll for threat. On a 3, orbital cannon strikes and does 2 damage. 1, 2. My shields are down. But that's it. Alright, got 3 crew. Ooh, 3 crew. What you got for me? This really isn't doing it. Let's do 1 point of damage to the battleship. Let's reassign you to shields and hope our shields survive. Escalate. Hey, that's a good don't panic. On a 5, I take 2 points of damage. Battleship gets skipped. Nobody else activates. Alright. That's about as good as I could have hoped. Yikes. Okay, so this might mean I gotta just spend a turn reassigning medical, clear the panel explosion. Then I can repair my hull by 1 point. And let's see what happens to me. Friendly fire, no tactical officers in play because I didn't roll very well, thankfully. On a 5, take 2 points of damage. 1, 2. Skip, skip, skip. Alright. Not bad. I mean, look at this situation. Obviously, it's not good. Okay, get these dice back. Pull out a boarding ship. Okay, well, you know what? You're going to go to the infirmary because I'm getting 3 dice back. You're recharging the shields. And I've cleared a 4 health threat off the board. Scout. Not great. 6. On a 6, nobody activates. Thank goodness. Okay. And the scout is only activating if I would lose hull, so won't activate. Yikes. Okay, 2 scanners. It's time to bring people back from the infirmary. So it's not a great use of my turn, but hey, that's what we gotta do. Let's escalate. Destroyer's coming out. 6. Wow, okay, yet again, nobody activates. I just need to do a lot of damage here, guys. And that's not a lot of damage. In fact, that's the opposite. That's extra threats. Raiders. Okay. I'm going to reassign you to damage. I've got 3 points of damage. I think we take out the bounty ship. 1, 2, 3. That is the most dangerous thing on the board. It could just wipe the shields out immediately. Escalate. Strike bomber. Wow, this is getting nasty. Okay. On a 6. Still nothing activates. Okay, that's real lucky. Real lucky. Let's do some damage. 1 scanner. I'm going to send you to tactical school. Let's do 5 points of damage. What do we need to get off the board? We need to get the strike bomber off. 1, 2. So I've got 3 points of damage left. Let's actually clear the destroyer. 1, 2. And the fighter. 1. So that was 2, 4, 5 points of damage. 2, 4, 5. And I've got this engineer. Let's nudge my hull strength back up. Getting close to the end here. Both assault cruisers out. 4s and 5s. Very dangerous. And a 2. Nobody activates because I cleared everything that activated on a 2. Let's pretend like I did that on purpose. Alright. Oh, roll my 5. I've only got 1. 1 threat left. So this is my last chance to get ready for the boss. So I think what I need to do is well, I think I definitely want to reassign medical. I want to get this rescue soldier. So that'll let me reroll once. Don't care about this because there's no more threats. So whatever this is, it's just coming out. And then I think I don't actually want to reassign these. I think I want to heal my hull, repair my hull by 3 points. 1, 2, 3. So I'm at full health, getting ready for the boss to come out. Excuse me. And interceptor. All right, let's roll. On a 3, skip, skip, skip. 1 point of damage. 1. The scout would do 1 since I lost hull. And skip, and you do 2. 1, 2. All right, my shields are down, but I got a chance to do some damage, get my shields back up before this hits. Yikes. Okay. I'm going to reassign you to science, recharge the shields. I'm going to send you to the infirmary, reassign you tactical. And I can't really do much. I guess I'll just do 1 point of damage to the raiders, bring you back from the infirmary, and I'm out of threats, so let's put the boss out. Here comes the scary boss. Okay, so I'm going to have to finagle things a little bit. So my 3s are going to get crowded. Hydro cannon, missile ray. There's the core. And there's the barrier. Alright. Not sure if these are all showing up on screen. My lights might be a little intense. Let me just turn them a little bit. You know what? Let's just turn them off. Because that glare is blinding. Alright. It's a little dark, but you can see what the cards read now. Alright. So let's roll for threat. And on a 3, no. Oh, interceptor activates, 1 point of damage. Hydro cannons, no. Hydro cannons, yes, 2 points, 1, 2. Missile ray does nothing. No. Orbital cannon on a 3 does 2, 1, 2. And attack matrix means I gotta roll again. On a 5, assault cruiser does 2, 1, 2. Assault cruiser does 2, 1, 2. Interceptor does 1. Oh, and I forgot to add a point of damage for the scout, so that's no good. These don't activate, but unfortunately the scout activates again this round. Blowing me up. Okay, well, I got to the boss, but that was a pretty quick explosion. That was first round boss out, just blown up. Well, this has been Game on the Table, playing not One Deck Dungeon. This is Deep Space D-6. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified for more videos. I try to put 2 up every week. And leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Have a good one.